Hello everyone and welcome to this engine snack. I'm Grandmaster Matthew Sadler and we're having a look at the game between StockFish and rofChade TCEC Season 22 Division P. White is better, of course. Well, StockFish is white, so what else would you expect? It might be possible just to finish off the game on the queenside. We've got a great pass B pawn here and, well, a very tempting C file to invade on. But StockFish actually takes the opportunity to switch play completely over to the kingside and, well, not afraid of using sacrifices to achieve its goal. It played the stunning move G4. What's the idea? Simply to open up the kingside and to try and loosen up this this structure. Black, of course, doesn't have many pieces on the kingside, so attacking there is very tempting. Black played the move bishop takes g4 here, which is probably the best of the recaptures. Simply trying to keep quite a solid structure with h5 g4 and also control some kingside light squares all the same. But the follow-up here was incredible. Rook f5. What's the point of rook f5? Well, we're offering the rook as a sacrifice because bishop f5, e takes f5 would be horrific for black. We've got threats of f6 at some stage. We can bring the rook round to g2 to attack the black king. And of course, with the bishop on g4 gone, h5 is just a weakness, not a real barrier in front of the king. And, well, one of my games, StockFish against Berserk or Berserk against StockFish, queen g4, queen f1, followed by rook g2, and after king h8, f6 was absolutely awful for black. So another idea was played by StockFish against Berserk. That was not king h8 as in the game, but knight d8. Challenging the knight on a6 seems pretty reasonable, trying to leave the rook on f5, but well, take a look to see if you can see what Berserk came up with here. That was this move knight f8, forking queen and rook, and after bishop f8 we've got rook g5, winning the queen. Really nice tactic. So after king h8, queen f1, obviously bishop f5, ef5 transposes into a line we've seen before there. Rook c8 was played, rook g2, rook g8 and queen h1, and yeah, white simply lining up on this h5 pawn. And we're just threatening rook takes g4 followed by rook h5, and remember the knight on e6 stops black's king from escaping to g7. Bishop f5 was played, rofChade gave up the queen, but this venomous move was absolutely awful. It's setting up an attack on the rook on d7, a discovered attack, and there's not very much that black can do about it. rofChade tried to free a bit of space for its rook, but after knight c5, takes, rook g7, bishop d6, we've got knight e5, we've got bishop e5, we've got this very unpleasant idea, queen f3, attacking the bishop on f6. Rook e8 was played, queen f3, rook f7, and now this great move b7. And, well, rook b7 allows queen f6 check, and otherwise b8 queen will win the rook, and the game very soon afterwards. A great attacking performance from StockFish, and yeah, I mean, you know, plenty of ways to win the game normally, but this sort of power attack, giving up first of all a pawn and then the exchange, just in order to break through black's defences. Really great play from StockFish.